Hey there, Todd Falcone, and welcome to another blog post here at toddfalcone.com. This is going to be a little bit different, post than I typically do. In fact, one thing you might notice is I'm wearing a suit and I'm in my house. So I typically don't wear a suit in my house. I'll wear a suit on stage. I actually got up this morning, I put a tie on, and I kind of choked myself, so I ended up putting the tie back in the box with all my other dusty ties that I almost never wear. But I am wearing a suit for a reason, for good reason, because of the professional nature of what I'm going to be discussing with you on today's post. And in today's post, I'm going to be talking about the current status of the direct selling profession here in 2014. And in doing so, I'm going to be pulling some statistics directly out of Direct Selling News. It's a publication I happen to have right here. This is the current issue, the June 2014 issue of Direct Selling News, the DSN Global 100, where they rank the top 100 companies in the direct sales profession globally. Here's the deal. If you're involved in direct selling, multi-level marketing, network marketing, party plan, standard, typical, traditional, multi-level, whatever it is, if you recruit people and sell stuff, that's what you do for a living, then I would highly recommend being a subscriber of Direct Selling News. Again, this is the publication. This is where I'm going to be pulling some of this information out of. By the way, the folks over at Direct Selling News have no idea I'm doing this video. This is not a paid endorsement for Direct Selling News at all. And I'm sure, well, I certainly hope that they approve of me doing a video and talking about them. So if you do want to be a subscriber, and I highly recommend that you do, you can go to directsellingnews.com. That's their website, and you can find out about subscription information. And again, the publication, the current one that I have on my desk is the DSN Global 100. This is something that they do once a year where they rank the top 100 companies globally in our profession that we're all involved in. And in this profession, there was actually an insert. There was an article called Social Sharing Drives Smart Business, where they talk about how Americans, and how I think people overall everywhere, love to talk about things that they buy. And new research from a Harris poll and commissioned by Direct Selling News found that buying in a person-to-person environment, in other words, away from a fixed retail location, is very high, meaning that people like to buy from other people. More than 156 million people, 2 in every 3 U.S. adults, have made a purchase from a direct seller. Pretty staggering statistics. The online survey of 2,060 adults 18 years of age or older found that more than 81 million people have done so in the past 6 months. 81 million people have purchased a product, a service from a direct seller. The categories, of course, that products that people have to choose from include cosmetics, skincare, nutrition, weight loss products, energy, telecommunications, financial services, accessories, and a whole lot of others. Other findings include, and I think this is very interesting, that Generation Y is heavily embracing direct selling. In fact, among adults 18 to 34, 54% of men and 42% of women have made a direct sales purchase within the past 6 months. So that's pretty cool to see the young folks embracing direct selling. Direct selling customers are also embracing technology, obviously. Evidence of this can be seen everywhere where, we see people's heads down in their telephone. And in fact, I was going to church the other day, get this, and this is not a joke. I'm going to church, I'm walking through this little shortcut, and I'm doing a Facebook update, and I got my head down, and I literally smacked my head on a branch. It dropped me on the ground and almost knocked myself out. So actually, that's not even a fake story, that's true. So the use of technology, the use of mobile technology is huge. Online is the most common way for customers to make a purchase from a direct seller, with 42% of all adults having done so. But don't discount face-to-face selling either. And some people might call this old school. I call this foundational selling, the fundamentals of direct selling. In fact, among adults 18 years of age or older, 33% have purchased from a direct seller in a group setting, such as a party or someone's home. 24% have purchased from a direct seller at a demonstration of their product or service. 22% have purchased from a direct seller one-on-one in their home. and 21% have purchased at a trade show. Direct selling is big business. In fact, according to the World Federation of Direct Selling Association, global sales amount to $167 billion a year annually. $167 billion a year, with approximately 87 million salespeople creating that sales volume of 167 billion in global sales. So it's big business. So that might quiet down the doubters a little bit, don't you think? I mean, 167 billion is big business. In 2013, the top 100 companies, 1/3 of them experienced double-digit growth, and 18 of those companies grew by $100 million or more this past year, according to Direct Selling News research. That's pretty staggering. Now, if we take a look at the top 10, they represent, in 2013, $46.8 billion in sales. That's a $2.4 billion increase over the previous year. Amway continues to top that list at $11.8 billion in sales. The number 2 ranker is Avon at $9.95 billion. Number 3, Herbalife at $4.8 billion. Number 4, Vorwerk and Company with $3.7 billion. Mary Kay, $3.6 billion. Number 6, Natura Cosméticos, $3.2 billion. Provo-based Nu Skin, $3.18 billion. Number 8, this is cool, the 1946 founded Tupperware Brands Corporation, $2.67 billion. Number 9, Belcorp Limited with $1.96 billion. And number 10, Oriflame Cosmetics at $1.95 billion. Now, those are the top 10 direct selling companies in the world according to net sales volume. While I'm not going to go through the entire list, and if you want the entire list, again, you can get it here. And I don't have the time to do it in this video. There's some other notables that are topping the charts from 2013. The top 5 companies with the greatest percentage in growth. Number 1, It Works at 128% growth. Number 2, Nerium at 119% growth. Jeunesse Global, 104% growth. Number 4, Vima at 89% growth. Rodan and Fields at number 5 position at 81% growth. So some significant growth for those companies. The top 5 in terms of greatest dollar growth in 2013, topping the list is Nu Skin at $977 million, Herbalife $700 million, Amway $500 million, Mary Kay $500 million, and at the number 5 position, Vorwerk at $400 million. And this is cool. New companies with the highest percentage of growth over the previous year include number 1, Origami Owl, 870% growth. Secret Direct, 446% growth. Plexus Worldwide, 332% growth. And Zervita at 320% growth. Now, there are a number of other lists that are here in this publication, statistics that I can give you directly from this Direct Selling News publication, but direct selling is big business. And again, for me as a 25-year participant, I feel that it's important to stay informed, to stay educated on the profession that you're involved in. I would highly recommend you visit their website. Check this out at directsellingnews.com. And I also want to say this, if for some reason your company is not on that top 100 list, that doesn't mean you can't make money. That doesn't mean you can't be successful. In fact, I spent 11 years of my life in a company that I think our biggest year was right at 32 million. So we wouldn't have never crossed into the top 100. And even in a $32 million a year company, you can make a significant amount of income. So don't be looking at this video going, wow, my company is not on the top 100 list. I can't make money in network marketing. You absolutely can. And by the way, think about this. All the companies that are on the top 100 list at one point were small companies, started out of garages and crazy places. I mean, some of the stories that I've heard on how these companies began and ultimately became billion-dollar and multiple billion-dollar companies, they were started very, very small. That's how companies typically start. So the purpose of this blog broadcast is simply to inform you, to educate you on the current status of the direct selling, the network marketing profession, and you know, make sure that you, a lot of people aren't privy to this information many times because they're not a subscriber to a publication like this, or they don't know that this information does exist. So, hey, that's it for, how do you end one of these broadcasts? Is that it for Channel 10 News? Stay classy, I don't know, stay thirsty, I don't know how you end a news broadcast because I've never done news, but hey, this is Todd Falcone, and we'll see you on another blog video sometime soon in the future. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you.